Hi students, welcome back. Welcome to Unacademy. Welcome to Let's Crack UPSC Civil Service Examination with India's largest learning platform, that is Unacademy. My dear students, at Unacademy, just by one plus subscription, you will be having access to 50,000 courses. These 50,000 courses are created by more than 100 top educators like maybe Brunal Sir, Rakesh Verma, Aishangvi, many like Aurora Sir. All these things will be having both live and also recorded. And during the subscription period, you'll be having unlimited access. Very important. Like there, like you might have come across where like some of the things you might have like come across like one time, two time, three time. That is the end. No, it's not like that. Unlimited live and recorded classes of any teacher, more than 100 educators, more than 15,000 courses. Not, I'm very carefully using the term, not videos, courses. You can access them anytime. Is this facility given by anyone? No, it is possible only at an academy. This is a brief about me. Like as I said, I have been one of the favorite student of Lakshmikant sir, and I have been like mentored by him. He was a like one of my motivation. In fact, I learned like what it needs to catch the footprints of UPSC. Where is the UPSC picking the questions? All these things. Next, I asked you to get a subscription. If you get a subscription, you'll be having access to structured courses based on the syllabus and also previous year questions and also predictions based on that. These things are done by top educators, where you will be having not only recorded things, live will be there, so that if you get any doubt, you can message them and you can get your doubt clarified then and there itself. And also you can get yourself assessed by live tests and quizzes, where you will come to know like where are you, what is your performance, where are your peers, and all this will be unlimited access. How to begin with? How to get the subscription? First and foremost, what you have to do is you have to download Unacademy Learners app. There are hundreds, like many apps of Unacademy. You have to download Learners app. Then at Unacademy, there are more than 100 top educators teaching at Unacademy. Dipanshu Singh, Anshu Malik, Ayush Sangvi, Roman Saini, Sharma, Sudarshan, Mrunal Patel, many more. Here, the top educators will be given the task of preparing the structured courses, and that the educators will be clearing all the doubts of the students. As I said, take any course, history, geography, environment science, optional, economy, anything. Already more than 100 courses have already been created, and there are tens of upcoming courses. At Unacademy, we have got two kinds of subscription. One is Plus and another is Iconic. In Plus subscription, you will be having live classes, test series, unlimited practice, test scheduled courses, all these things you will be getting for just 3,713 rupees if you take 1 month subscription, sorry, 1 year subscription, and with my promo code Buddha IAS. And if you say that I need a hand-holding facility where a personal coach has to guide me, because PSC syllabus is vast and varied. There are many books. All students read almost all the same books. What makes the difference? That is the guidance or the mentorship. For 1 year, you'll be charged only 62,550 rupees with my promo code. Means with a mentor with unlimited access to videos, you'll be getting everything with my promo code for only 5,230 rupees. Having realized the importance of optionals, we have made optional as a separate entity where almost all UPSC subjects are taught. Here, with my promo code, for 1 year, you'll be charged 24,750, means for 1 month, just 2,000 rupees. This is unlimited access, my dear friends. For 1 month, like 1 year, you'll be having unlimited access per month, only 2,000. So use my promo code and get a subscription. My dear friends, let's get back to our class. We are discussing about VEMA concept, values, ethics, morals, and attitude, how they are related, all these things. This is the crux I told. And we were discussing that VEMA, the mental construct guide, regulate, and determine our choices, actions, and behavior, simplify our interaction with the environment, and bring about social harmony. Now, let me tell you how all these things are done by our VEMA. How our values, ethics, and moral can do these things. How are they doing these things? How? First one is VEMA assigns relative preference or worth. Your values, your ethics, morals, and attitude assign relative preference to the things, to the object, persons. Relative preference means, say for example, there is one object. You prefer object A or object B. Means you are preferring this one more. You are putting more worth on this one. Your values, ethics, and morals. To make the things clear and simple, I will be using VEMA or value. When I say VEMA or value in this given context, it means all your values, ethics, morals, and attitudes. VEMA assign relative preference. What will happen? What is the importance of this? By giving relative preference, it is arranging the things in a hierarchical manner. It is arranging the things in a hierarchical way. Say for example, if there are 5 things you have to do, it will give relative worth or relative preference. By doing that, it will give a list of the things. It will arrange the things in a hierarchy. First importance, second importance, third importance. When it makes the things in a hierarchical way, you will get a priority list. Is this concept clear? First thing is, it gives relative preference to the things. Relative to one another. One is higher, one is lower. By giving these things, you'll be arranging the things in a hierarchical way. By arranging these things, you already have a priority list. So what is the thing? Whenever you get some situation, whenever a problem or whenever you want to take a decision, you already have a priority list. Take that priority which is having higher priority, take that. If it is not feasible, take the next one. Did you get this? By assigning relative preference to the things, to the object, to the persons, Vema is arranging the things in a hierarchical way. This, while since it has been arranging the things in a hierarchical way, will have a priority list, which is there in the hierarchy, means first importance, second importance, third importance. Say, for example, your CET examination, IIT, JEE, NEET, all this examination, they will have a list. First ranker, second ranker, third ranker, fourth ranker, like that. You will also have a list for the things, isn't it? You have all these things. You might have not realized, your mind already has. Why you are watching this YouTube? You are having preferences. You are having the sources. You felt that this is the correct thing, so you are here. Your Vemma has assigned those things to you. Is the concept clear? Next, Vemma provides standards or principles. Your values, ethics, morals, and attitude. You use a standard or principle which say what is right, what is wrong, isn't it? Can we measure or can we say something is good or bad without some standard? We say we can use the terms like right and wrong. What is the meaning of right and wrong? Is right and wrong same as good and bad? We say Raghu is a good boy. Do we say Raghu is a right boy? If you are riding and following the traffic rules properly, then we say that you are doing right thing. You are right. Means to say that there is some standard. We compare to that and we come to the conclusion of right and wrong. So this Vema provide those standards. So by this Vema, this helps to decide what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is useful, what is harmful, what is socially approved, what is socially disapproved, what is a vice, what is a virtue, what is just, what is unjust, what is fair, what is unfair. This, by comparing to these standards, you decide all these things. Is this point clear? We are discussing all these things in the light of explaining how our Vema regulate our behavior, choice, and action. How Vema bring about social harmony, well-being. How Vema help in our interaction with the environment. How Vema bring about uniformity. For this, these are the reasons. Two reasons I have given. One is by assigning relative worth. By giving relative worth, you are getting the hierarchy of the list, hierarchy of the things. Hierarchy of the things help you to get a priority list, so that the whenever you want to make a decision, just pick from the list. Don't you think if this list would have not been there, you would have been utter confusion as to what to do, what not to do. Every time you have to do trial and error method. Even to talk to someone, you like, since already you have a priority list, they are giving these standards, so your interaction with the environment is becoming very very easy. Otherwise, every time you would have gone and done experiment or anything like that to know whether to interact with that thing in a proper way or not. Let me explain these things with some examples. For example, patriotism and fear for death. As we have read in the utilitarianism, we all want to have maximum happiness. That is, to maximize happiness is increasing pleasure and decreasing pain. Death is pain. we want to avoid that. So we are afraid of death. But when it comes to patriotism, what are you told? Patriotism is the highest virtue. Dying for the nation is one of the honorable work. This is what the society says. This is what you have been indoctrinated. So when it comes for patriotism and death, we always favor patriotism. Dying for the nation is one of the most genuine reasons, one of the noble cause. Next, marriage. So when it comes to marriage, who will be your like first choice? Who will be your first choice? Like the traditional society. Even in our modern society, we have this. However modern you may be, we are all somehow marrying within our religion and within our caste. Why? This is because of Vema. Our values, ethics, morals, and attitude are the reasons. We speak about secularism. We speak about abolition of the caste system, abolition of the untouchability. We talk about universal brotherhood. Then why are nearly almost all the people marrying within their own religion, within their own caste? Why are they doing that? Let me explain this with a little elaboration. Marriage. First, who will be your first choice? Cross cousins. Cross cousins means mother's brother's daughter. If you are a boy, mother's brother daughter. Won't she be the first choice? Like at least some are Fasida, father's sister's daughter, cross cousin. If you are living in a Hindu society, if you are in other religions, they won't make any difference. Cross cousin means your parents' sex and their siblings' sex are different. Sorry, your parents' sex and their sisters or brother like different sex. If fathers, then father's mother. Sorry, father's sister. You got me? Father's sister's daughter. Mother's brother's daughter means cross cousin. Brother's brother daughter is parallel cousin. Even parallel cousin also like preferred in some society. If that is not there, okay, if that is not there, what you will see? You will see a person from your caste. If that is not available, then you will go for your religion. If that is not there in your state, if that is not there in your country, otherwise at last international. So what does this indicate? Already you have got a priority list. According to that, you will be acting, isn't it? So this is given by Vema. Next, service to parents and personal ambitions. When it comes to the modern technocratic society, where individualism is more, personal ambition, growth is more preferred. But when it comes to serving your parents is at the higher thing in the priority list. Personal ambition, lower. Take the another example. A girl want to prosper in her career. She has got a talent, but when it comes to like family obligations, she will be heeding to that because this is given by Vema. Next, Commitment in relation and infidelity. This is one of the things. Commitment relation is a very very difficult thing in modern society. Previously, somehow we were restricted to single place, single area. Today, men and women are going like they are going around. No one can see what is happening where. Even then, don't you feel we all respect committed relations? Why is that? This is because of the standards given by WEMA. Infidelity is one of the things which is discouraged throughout the world. You may be getting like the many things, but committed relation is kept at a higher pedestal. Infidelity at the bottom. So in this, if there is a chance, then you'll be somehow forced to maintain the relation. Can you think of a society where infidelity is everywhere to prosper? Is it possible? Today with one person, tomorrow with another person, day after tomorrow other persons. Is it possible? Even in this modern world, there is always have a we always try to have a committed partner. Similarly, incest and incest taboo. What is incest? Incest means sexual relation among the blood relatives. Incest taboo means ban on the sexual relation among the people who are closely related by blood. Don't you feel these are the mechanism through which our society has been prospering? Say for example, there is no incest taboo at all. There is no incest taboo. What will happen to society? Leave about society. What will happen to the very basic social structure, the building block, the family? If father and son strive for the same woman, what will happen? As Sigmund Freud has said in the context of Oedipus complex, can family survive if there is no incest taboo? We're all animals. The chemical imbalance in an individual can happen anywhere. We may get aroused anywhere, anytime. If society has not banned this, if incest is not made a taboo, not restricted, can you think of society then? No, society will perish. So, by this way, society is maintaining social harmony. Society is making our decisions easy. Our interaction with society has become very, very easy, isn't it? Next, according to second ARC says that ethics helps to decide whether one's actions are right or wrong. Self-explanatory. These are the things I have like taken as it is from the second ARC. Ethics provide consistent approach in carrying out their responsibilities and making decisions. This is in especially with respect to professional life in an organizational setup. Without ethics, you won't be having consistent approach for carrying out your responsibilities and making decisions. And it also helps in maintaining consistent and appropriate behavior. If civil servants are not having ethics, all these things, what will happen? It leads to corruption. What is corruption? Second ARC says that it is an important manifestation of lack of ethics. I repeat, it is an important manifestation of lack of ethics is corruption. Very important, my dear friends. Some might be writing this time mains. If in the examination they ask you like any question with respect to ethics, you have to take the opposite things, that is with respect to corruption. Anything to which you do to reduce corruption is will increase ethics. You got me? Corruption is an important manifestation of lack of ethics. So if you decrease corruption, then ethics will increase. Why I'm saying is, in second year, in fourth report of second ARC, the title of the report is Ethics in Governance. But in only few pages, second ARC has spoken about ethics in particular. About 90% of the report is about corruption. What is the take home? The take home is, if you want to increase morality, values, ethics in the society, decrease corruption. Means I'm giving the direct clue, because you are very well versed with corruption. What are the causes of corruption? How to decrease corruption? So in this way, you have to relate corruption and ethics. Because here, as we have analyzed, ethics is a mental construct, very difficult to comprehend. So what is the visible thing? Corruption. So decrease corruption, ethics will improve. So how to improve ethics in society? Write all the reasons to decrease corruption, to eliminate corruption. That is the thing. This is a topic in your syllabus. Improving ethical and moral values in government and personal life. Means decreasing corruption in all the things is the thing. Is it clear? Next. Very important thing and most often asked. In this session, we will be discussing some of the things which are very important. Student of ethics should have very clear idea about three important things. Are VEMA static or dynamic? Are your values, ethics, morals, and attitude static or dynamic? Second is, are they absolute or relative? Very important. See, your whole ethics paper revolves around these four questions. Whether they are static or dynamic, are they absolute or relative? Are they culture specific or universal? These are the things which you should have a clear idea. Don't go to the examination with a blank mind and you may be thinking that in the examination the things will flash. No, it won't happen. And it will never happen. Is this clear? Am I clear? First, say for example, in the examination they will ask you a question. Like they have already asked, are they absolute or relative? That we'll discuss later. First thing, we'll go step by step. Are they static or dynamic? What should be your answer? Please let me know how many say that they are static, how many say that they are dynamic. Here, very important thing, this answer you can write for all values, ethics, morals, and attitude. If someone asks whether they are static or dynamic, we are considering whenever I am talking VEMA, I mean that we are using this as a monolithic structure, single thing. Is this clear for you? Huh? Okay. What is your answer? Are they static or dynamic? What you have to write is they are relatively permanent. This is one of the important thing which you have to bear in mind. If the examiner is asking are they static or dynamic, just use your logic. Go one step further. Don't agree to just static or dynamic. Relatively permanent. What does this mean? They change very slow. It takes very long time for them to change. And also, we are using this very carefully. We are not saying that values, ethics, morals, all these things are permanent. We are saying these are relatively permanent, isn't it? The patriarchal society, what we have been talking about, like women empowerment, all these things, our attitude, all these things. Why they have not changed? They are relatively permanent. It takes generation. Second ASC says that it takes generations to change your values, isn't it? Almost your values, your parents' value almost will be same. They are relatively permanent. This is the reason in some of the countries like Hong Kong, if a civil servant is found guilty of corruption, even his grandchildren are not allowed to enter civil service. I repeat, in Hong Kong, if a civil servant is caught in corruption, his children and in some circumstances, even grandchildren are not allowed to enter civil service. What is the take home? VEMA are relatively permanent. They are very, very difficult to change. You may ask me, is it logical to ban the children of a corrupt civil servant? Yes, because the values, father, son, definitely they will be having same values. We'll discuss this in inculcation of values, the role of family, educational institution, and society. Values are relatively permanent. Means they change with a very slow pace. I'm not saying they're permanent. Is this clear? Then you may ask me a question. Why they are relatively permanent? My dear students, what is your answer? Why they are relatively permanent? Can anyone answer me? Why they are relatively permanent? There are many reasons for that. Number, these are the things. I'll explain all these things. First, you internalize these things. Values, ethics, morals are the source of our identity. I know who I know by my values. I identify with you. I speak to you based on your values. Our identity is dependent on VEMA, isn't it? Isn't it? How can you say a person is good? How can you say a person is virtuous? They're all based on VEMA. So I will explain why and how identity is a very, very difficult thing to change and why people won't think of changing that. Second is, it is a result of massive investment of time, energy, even gallons of blood has been poured for the development of these things. I'll explain this. Sudden change in the values bring imbalance. We all, as humans, we always prefer incremental change. We don't want sudden changes. Take for example anything. We don't take like we are not into the change always. We resist change. Let me explain the first one. Source of our identity. How? We are speaking here why our values, ethics, morals, and attitudes are relatively permanent. These are the reasons, and you have to add still 4 5. Why they are relatively permanent. Source of identity. Why hide? How hide from identity? Every individual is known by their VEMA, and all individuals want to be people with stable identity. We all want to have be known ourselves with a stable identity, isn't it? Because stable identity is the one which give a framework to deal with the society and for the society to deal with you, isn't it? So your identity is dependent on Vema. So you want, and also you want to have a stable identity because stable identity gives you a framework to deal with the society and the society to deal with the with you. What will you call if you change the values, ethics, and moral on day-to-day basis or on hourly basis? It is said that it is a known devil is better than an unknown angel. Means we want a stable thing. What do you call a person who changes his values often? We call them characterless. Isn't it? If you change our values, ethics, morals on a day-to-day basis, what will happen? Morning, you are a very, very good person. Evening, you are the worst person we have seen in the I have seen in the my whole life. Morning, your values are different. Evening, your values are different. So every time if we want to interact with the society or interact with the individual, we have to go and ask other person, excuse me, what is your value now? Isn't it? We respond, we interact with people based on their value set because that is the framework for the thing. We avoid those which are harmful, which are not like into our thing, which we hate. Is this concept clear? So we want to have a stable identity because stable identity gives a framework to deal with the society. It makes the interaction of the people with the society very easy. It is said that known devil is better than unknown angel because unknown angel you don't know. She may curse you and also she may bless you. With respect to known devil, you know what the devil is, what the devil will do. Is this clear? The first point. Second, massive result. It is the result of massive investment of time, energy, money, everything. Say, for example, democracy, liberty, equality. Did they develop overnight? How long did it take? It took for to develop democracy, liberty, equality, fraternity. How long did they take? Gallons of blood have been poured. Democracy as a concept has not come overnight. It has taken thousands of years. Liberty, equality, fraternity, these were the things which, like some 200, 300, 400 years, they were not having a meaning at all. So, taken lot of time. French Revolution, Russian Revolution, American Civil War. So, massive energy, massive time, massive money, everything has been put. So, when you are investing heavily on something, would you like to change? No. Say, for example, for this pen, Samu, I have given 1 million rupees. Will I like to change this? Will I like to dispose this? It may be of the same utility as some 100 rupees pen. Wherever you are investing more, you are like you want to keep that for long, isn't it? And also, the things which take long time to develop are the things which take long time to change. Any relations you take, say for example, your friend, your family, or anything, those relations which develop over a long period of time, they take very long period to change. A simple example, say for example, you have spent very good time with one of your friend, not take another way, like you had a very good time and you were two good friends in college times, think like that. Means already you have spent considerable amount of time, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Suddenly you meet that person after 10 years. Don't you feel the same warmth, or do you feel as a stranger? No, because we have taken a long time to develop that friendship. Even if we meet after 10 years, 20 years, we feel as though the same close friends, isn't it? So some of your close friends, because of many reasons, you might have not spoken for years, but or at least you may be speaking very like not often, yearly once or anything. Even then, you feel the same closeness, same intimacy, because you have taken that time. Things which have taken long time to develop are the things which will change very late. That is one of the reason, like why in our civil service preparation we won't be having a close bondage, close friends, because we are behind civil service. We are not able to invest in our friendship or relations. Everyone is behind civil service and they are investing on civil service. They are not investing on the relations. So it is hard to find very good friends. Not the reason that they are good, you are right, not like that. They are not able to give the sufficient time. They are not able to invest sufficient amount of time. That's it. Next, sudden change brings imbalance, isn't it? Say for example, today I say that I am a leftist. Tomorrow I will say that I am a rightist. Today I say that I don't like alcohol. Tomorrow I come drinking, saying that I like alcohol. Don't you think there will be imbalance? There will be guilt in an individual if you change like that. Yesterday I said that no, from tomorrow I won't eat non-veg. From day after tomorrow, if I am eating, what will be the thing? Sudden change bring imbalance in the society, in the individual, in the organization, all these things. Because if you change, there is a vacuum created. Change is not possible. Not exactly to the context. I will give you an example. We have suffered a lot because of this corona pandemic. There was a situation when people almost thought that this whole humanity may vanish, perish, isn't it? We are very much afraid. Many, like you saw, like in many places you saw, like we have to ban this China, all these things. Why it did not happen? Because sudden change not possible. Because China is there in the supply chain. If you remove China in the supply chain, almost the whole economy, the world economy collapses. How many of you are using Chinese product? Now, Chinese product are in every home in the world. Almost, if they are not like in remote, if they are not in remote places. Suddenly removing China was not possible. It was not possible for the big brother, that is America itself. Because sudden change, if you remove, who will fill that vacuum? We had many mobiles like Nokia, Micromax, Lava. Where are they? Now we don't have any Indian mobile. If you ban the mobile, who will supply the mobiles? It is said that in India, around 50% of the laptops are like Chinese, Lenovo, something like that. Sudden change is not possible. Is this concept clear? Why I use the change? If sudden change happens, imbalance is created. That is the reason your VEMA is relatively permanent. Next, we are resistant to change. We all want incrementalism. We don't want radical things. We all know that in our society, corruption is institutionalized. We all hate corruption, but why we are not changing? Sudden change is not possible, and also we don't want that. We speak about women empowerment. We speak about no child marriage. Why are they still happening? Our values are very, very late to change. They are relatively permanent. From the first standard till throughout our career, we say that casteism, we have to abolish casteism. Why it has not been abolished? Because these values are very strong. They change very, very late. It takes generation to change. Is this clear? These are the things. For this, you add from your side fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. It is possible. You think it over. Then only you can write in the examination. Next, how are they related? This is a very, very important concept. My dear students, please concentrate. Our values, ethics, morals, and attitude interrelated. I have already given you a hint and I have already explained these things in brief. Very important. Next, see, this is the figure. So, here, values. When values are in the form of standards, they will say what is right, what is wrong. So, when the values are in the form of right and wrong, that will give rise to your morals and ethics. At the individual level, it is moral, and at the societal level, it is ethics. Is this clear? First of all, what is ethics? What is moral means? You have to say that they are standards. Which say what is right and what is wrong. These are the values. Ethics and morals are the values which say what is right and what is wrong. If it is in the context of individual, this is moral. If it is in the context of society, it is ethics. Your ethics can become moral and your moral of an individual can become ethics and ethics of a society can become moral of an. We have got a chapter, moral thinkers and philosophers. Why they have given? Say for example, communism. Karl Marx gave. So now it is a ethical concept now. Communism, democracy, liberty, equality, fraternity, human rights. These were the things which evolved as in the minds of an individual, moral thing. Now today it has become ethical. Is this point clear? That is the reason why we have got moral thinkers and philosophers. Moral thinkers are ahead of times. They spend a lot of time coming up with the ideas. Equality, liberty, say for example, Karl Marx's idea of communism. That was his moral thought. It was his own feeling. It has revolutionized. It has broken the barriers of religion, race, caste, sex, everything. The concept it says that all workers are same. All workers are of the same religion. Even during like our freedom movement, all these things, communists in India were supporting the socialists and things which were happening in the other parts of the world. Just an idea which came from an individual. This has created a like massive change. Did you get this point? That is the reason why we have got moral thinkers and philosophers. A moral thinker, he advocates individual liberty, human rights, utilitarianism, deontology, categorical imperative. These are his moral things. If society accepts, it becomes ethical. Is this point clear? Say, for example, 1829. What is the significance of 1829? It is the year in which a draconian feature, that is, sati system, was abolished. Then Raja Ram Mohan Rai felt that sati system is bad, but the whole society felt that sati system is good. So, see how moral thing has become ethical. In the same way, ethical things also will become moral. Often quoted example. Say, for example, you are a doctor. You hate the people who are involved in bad things like dacoity, rape, gang fights, all immoral things, drug abusers, druggists. You hate them. Can you say that I won't treat them? I won't treat women. I won't treat drug addicts. I won't treat people who quarrel and come. No. This may be your moral thought, but the ethics, the code of ethics for a doctor says that you have to work, you have to treat them. So you will treat them. So what is ethical becomes your moral also. Over a period of time, you start treating everyone. This is concept clear. Morality and ethics interchange sometime. Means morality can become ethics, ethics can become morality. It's a matter of time, convenience, and also how powerful the idea is. Okay. Values, when they are tied to an object, it becomes your attitude. What does this mean? Values are object free. Values are object free. Means what? Patriotism, love, affection, sympathy. You can't identify and you can't tie this to any object or individual. It's a wrong thing and in fact a dangerous thing. Some people, especially the right wing people, are identifying and saying themselves as patriots, and others as not, like traitors. It's wrong. Cannot tie patriotism to any individual, any organization, anything like that. It's a value. But when you follow, when you imbibe the patriotic thing, it will be shown in your attitude. By this, what does this mean? When you are tying a value to an object, what you are doing, you are evaluating. You are making a judgment, favorable or unfavorable. You are liking or disliking. This is clear. These are the values, right? Values, morals, ethics. These are the mental constructs. They determine, they guide your behavior, all these things. They will be general, but attitude to a greater extent. Among the four, attitude determine your behavior to a greater extent. By knowing your attitude, one can infer the values what you have. That is the reason in civil service examination, in the preamble of the syllabus, they say, in this exam, question will test your attitude. Why? Your attitude is the result of You tying yourself to some values. Your attitude says what are your values. Your attitude says what is your ethics. Attitude means making some judgment with favorability or unfavorability with respect to some substance. It is a evaluative judgment. If you can evaluate something and if you can tie some value to anything, then you will have attitude towards that. Say for example, pen. I like this pen. I love this pen. Means I have attached love to this pen. So this pen can have attitude. I can have attitude towards this pen. We can have attitude towards anything if we can evaluate that. If we can attach some value to that, then only we can have. Otherwise, no. Anything, it may be abstract concept like patriotism. It may be abstract like material thing, pen, computer, shirt. If you are like tying that with some value, you are having attitude. Is this clear? Any doubt with respect to these things? Hope this is clear. I'll just say once again, values which are in the form of standards, which say what is right and what is wrong, are your ethics and morals. If it is at the societal level, it is ethics. If it is at the individual level, that is morals. Morals can change into ethics, ethics can change into moral. When values are attached to an object, when values are tied to an object, you are making a evaluative judgment. Then that is called as your attitude. Attitude is the indicator or the major thing which determines and which says, which guide your behavior. Values ethics also, but this is a specific determinant. This is clear. So in the order of influencing the behavior, first the one of the highest influencing thing is your attitude. Those things which among these four I am saying, highest influence is from attitude. Next comes with your morals. Next comes ethics. Next comes values. But all influence. Next, preferences, interests, and values. Can you interrelate these three things? Are they same or any difference between these two? If there is a difference, what is the difference? Preferences, interests, and values. In fact, values are those which are important. They also say that values are preferences. Very, very important. You remember these two things. If someone asks you, like, what is value? Just remember these two things and say, values means the things which are important are values. If it is important to individual, it is individual value. If it is important to society, it is societal value. If it is important to organization, then it is organizational value. If it is important to civil service, then it is civil service value. Values are those which are important to individual, society, organization, anything like that. And also you can use the preferences, the term, these two, preference or importance. Values are those which are preferred by an individual, society, organization, civil service, anything. Then individual preferences are individual values, societal preferences are societal values, organizational preferences are organizational value. My dear students, there are more than like thousands definitions. After going through all those things, this is the best definition, and this is the like maximum thing you have to remember. I'm not saying minimum. For your course, this is enough. Okay. What is the difference between and how are these interest preferences related? Let me explain this with a simple diagram. In this diagram, you can see how they are interrelated. This is for your understanding of the concepts. Preferences whose have basis in importance are your values. Preferences which have basis in liking are your interests. Interest. What are your interests? Give the examples of interest. Will be in the form of like instincts, desires. The things which we like will be in the form of instincts, desires. So, what are the characters of interest? Interests are transient in nature and they are very specific. Compared to importance, our liking changes, isn't it? What we like today, we may not like tomorrow or in the near future. Our liking changes. But what we feel important today, can you think of we saying tomorrow it's not important until and unless something terrific happens? Is this concept clear? So the things which are based on important are relatively permanent. That is your values. The preferences which are based on your liking, that is your interests, change very frequently, or change very fast. This is clear. But interest can also become values if they become dominant. Is the concept clear? So first and foremost, the more appropriate word for value is importance. Next appropriate is preference. Next you can write interest. There is nothing wrong. I have explained you the difference. But importance is the most appropriate word. Preferences which are important are long lasting. They're dominant. They take long time to change. They persist. They they will be with you for a long time. Liking it's not like that. You may like say for example 1 month before you are liking some Micromax. Suddenly some things came. Some Chinese products came. MI. You started liking that. The importance you give for the things change very over a period of time. It takes long time to change. Did you get the concept? Then these two are interrelated once again. Your interest also can become your value. How? When your interests become dominant, broad, and general. When your interest become dominant, broad, and general, then it becomes your value. At the same time, your value can also become interest if it becomes narrow and specific. Is this clear? Any doubt? If you have any doubt, please ping me. Are the concept clear? So let me explain this once again. Preferences which are in the form of importance are your values. Preferences which have the basis in liking are your interests. Interest, when they become dominant and broad, they become your values. Some values are in the form of standards, which say what is right and what is wrong. They are your ethics and morals. Ethics at the societal level, at the individual level, morals. When you attach values to an object, then it becomes your attitude. Is this clear? At this juncture, I would like to add one more important thing to you. Let me explain this with one diagram. This is the thing. So whatever I am saying, this I have taken a very high degree of effort. All the things what I say are very very authentic, my dear students. Please internalize those things. As I said, value is a very very broad concept. Values. Within those values comes your ethics and morals. When you practice this ethics, morals, and values, that is integrity. Because these are abstract concepts. Ethics, moral, and values, they are just mental constructs. When you practice them, integrity is said to be ethics in action, your values in action, morals in action. And also, they have to be consistent. Definitely, it's there. But please understand the concept first. What is integrity? Integrity is ethics in action. Practicing ethics is called integrity. That is the reason why your paper is named as ethics, integrity, and aptitude. Why they are using that? It's not just about consistency. I have come across and I have seen many teachers also saying the thing. No, no, that is not the thing. Definitely, consistency has to be there. It's not like today you will be ethic, tomorrow you will be unethical. No, consistency should be there. It's part. But the real meaning is following ethics is integrity. These are ethics in action. Day to day activities, how you are there. Second ERC says very important word, my dear friends. Having ethical standards is not enough. Society should have a culture of integrity. If society is not having the culture of integrity, ethical standards will be of no use. Is there any dearth for standards, ethical standards in India? No, we do have like standards. But why? Why corruption is institutionalized? The culture of integrity is not there. Means the culture of following ethical standards is not there. Is this point clear? Any doubt with respect to these things? Next. Integrity and probity. Please excuse me for blur slides. Like somehow I have tried my best and this is the possible thing and I was having little time. So probity and integrity are similar. But what is the difference? In probity is generally used in professional life, professional sense. Say for example, like I give you the example, the same. What is there in the syllabus? Chapter number 7. You open the chapter number 7 of your syllabus. Probity in governance. In that, you will have subjects like information, transparency, utilization of public funds, code of ethics, code of conduct. What are these? These are the ways. If you follow these things, it shows that there is probity. Is this clear? So they say that probity is equal to proved integrity. Proved integrity. How you will prove integrity in an organization? When you follow certain rules and regulations of that organization, when you follow that standards of that organization. Probity will be in the form of following procedures, rules, regulations, systems. Is this clear? Any doubt with respect to those things? Please let me know. Probity in governance means following the rules, regulations, procedures are the things which make the government good government or the ethical government. Probity and integrity have the same meaning, but probity is used in a more formal sense. Probity we can find out more precisely. If you are not following rules and regulations, then you don't have probity in governance. Is the concept clear? Any doubt? Please let me know. Okay. So don't get confused. Like in the diagram, in the previous diagram, like I wrote, like values giving rise to ethics or morals. Now I have written within this. This is both are correct. What in the other graph, what I said is, like, let me show you. So here I said that values when it sorry. So values which are in the form of standards are ethical. I told. I never told that they are different. Is this okay? Here. So one of the important thing is all all your ethical standards and morals are values, but all your values are not your ethical or moral standards. When you tie your values, ethics or morals to any object tied, then it becomes your attitude. Means what is the meaning? You are tying the values means what is the meaning? You are making an evaluative judgment. Is this points clear? If you have any doubt, please let me know. I think I have explained the thing in a very, very simple way, and I'll be giving notes to you. I'm a little bit tied up with the things. You join my Telegram group where I will be providing, like, when I get a, like, within 2 or 3 days, when I take a break, I'll provide all the notes what I have taught you. We'll come up and we'll meet tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Unacademy YouTube channel. Happy reading with Unacademy. Take care.